are the protons today. White, you are the electrons. So right now, if we look at this block of people, you are a, what kind of object? Neutral. You're neutrally charged. I have here in my hand very large negatively charged object. What would happen to you if I bring it close to the object? Negative. Blues are the protons, whites are the electrons. Okay. I take away the negatively charged object, what happens? Notice none of the protons are moving. Because protons... And now I have a positively charged object. Very positive.
Am I allowed to ask questions on this?
Yes, you may ask questions if you really want. Yes?
Okay. So, you know, like how there's electron shells that aren't really actual things, but they're just like, okay, so would all the electrons, say, if like around a circle, would they all move over here?
No, it would typically be the electrons on the outermost shell that are doing all this moving around. The valence electrons.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I take away this negatively charged object.
So they would move over there.
Or positively charged object, yes. And they would actually move to another end.
Oh.
All right. Negatively charged object again. Very negative. Now, that side of the object over there, what can we say about it?
Negative.
And this side of the object over here, we can say that is?
Positive.
All right, and we have really negative object. Really, really, really negative. What's happening? Wait, I gotta get this on camera because it's funny.
Allison, you're not that tall.
All right. So, girls, be quiet, please. So, very, very negative objects. All the electrons are bunched up. Are you guys comfortable?
No.
No. So, if we did if we provided you a pathway to escape this object, would you take it?
Yes.
So let's open up the door and take a pathway. They escape.
Yes. We're free.
We close off the pathway. They're escaping this already locked. Okay, they escaped. And we are left with what kind of an object now?
Positive.
Positive, because you're all my protons and you're positive. Except for Bianca up at the front there. So now here we have a neutrally charged object with an equal number of protons and electrons. What? All right. We take our negatively charged object again. What happens to all of the electrons? Hey girls, quiet please. So all of our negative charges go over there. That side of the object is now what?
Negative.
This side is?
Positive.
And if we opened up a door, a pathway, and allowed more electrons to come in, where would they go? They would flow in this, they would fill in this empty space here. Right? So they fill in this negative, the space without the negatives.
Why wouldn't they go to the back?
Well, they would go a little bit to the back, but there's a lot of negative charge back there already, right? It's a good question, though. So they do go a little bit further back, but they fill in, and then we close off this pathway. Excellent. And then we take away the negatively charged object, and what happens to all of you? You come back. Kind of in frame. All right, but now we have extra electrons. So we have extra electrons. What does that mean with our charge overall?
Negative.
You're now negative. So there's permanently charging an object with a negative charge. Clear as mud?
I don't understand why it would be permanent.
Because we've taken away that pathway for those electrons to escape. So we close the door. So now, well, no, if again, it's a metaphor, right? If we've closed the door, there's no pathway for the electrons to escape. So they can't get out of this object.
Okay.
All right? They're
Even-
stuck.
Okay.
They're stuck. Just like when we opened the door and allowed the electrons to escape, and then we closed the door, they couldn't get back in. So we were left with a permanent charge that way. We're going to actually start dealing with some real objects where if we don't give them a pathway, they'll remain charged. Okay? And that's just the electrons are not able to get out. Okay. Go! Now this is the fun part. Now, my girls. Last time we did it twice.
I'm not doing it again.
What I did there, I grounded it. I held on to the gas lines. And it's not nearly as dangerous as it sounds, which are attached to the ground through pipes. So this is a way to ground it. So I was holding on to this, you grabbed onto me, and what happened there?
You took all the electrodes.
Well, what happened, girls? Girls, quiet now, please. So when Allie touched the Van der Graaf, she started to build up charge. So she was picking up extra electrons, or electrons were leaving her, and then Megan grabbed on. Megan got a little shock because of that initial transfer of charge. Because what happened? Megan is neutral. Allie is charged. Allie touches Megan, the charge will try and find equilibrium. So some of the charge that Allie's built up will move to Megan. And it's that initial little zap. It's that big buildup of charge. Then what happens? Well, they're holding hands. They're still holding onto the Van der Graaf generator. Now they're both building up a lot more charge. Then what happens? Well, then they grab Abby. And Abby gets that initial zap. And then Abby's building up charge. And they're all kind of balanced out. Charge, zap, 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 zap. We get to the very end here. Everyone in this chain is now building up charge equally. So when I provide a pathway by grabbing onto this and grounding, well, where does the charge that Allie's built up go? It goes through Megan, it goes through Abby, through to the ground. So all of you got that zap from Allie. All of her charge went through all of us. Megan has charge too. Where did Megan's charge go? Well, it went through Abby, went through Christine, went through Kat. Zap, 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 zap. So all of Megan's charge went through all of us except Allie. Megan's charge didn't go through Allie. It went through the rest of us. So we got all of Allie's charge, we got all of Megan's charge. Well, what happened to Abby's charge? All of Abby's charge went through zap, 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 zap. So everyone got all of Abby's charge as well, except for Megan and except for Allie. So by the time we get to the very end here, for us, we get everyone's charge going through us. So we get it the worst. Now what happened was, last time when we did it again, I didn't come over here to ground. Everyone built up their charge. And then I took the grounding stick and went like that. So now, instead of all of the charge traveling that way and exiting over there, all of the charge traveled this way and exited through the grounding stick. So this grounding stick, it goes through here, goes through this wire. Through this, it is attached to the plug. Now this is a three-prong plug. How many of you have seen, obviously you've all seen this, a three-prong plug, right? You have your current charge here, then this one here is called your grounder. This one actually grounds the third prong. So it, when you have large appliances, like refrigerators and things like that, you don't want large metal appliances building up excess charge. That's not a good idea. So that's why they added this grounding plug. So any excess charge, if there's a fault in the wiring and your refrigerator starts building up charge, it'll all get dispelled through this grounding plug. So that's where all of the charge the second time would go through. Okay? Who wants to do it one more time?
No.